Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here for my couch potato side. Got about three positions that I review my my plane chair, uh, my couch potato chair, and my caveman rooms chair. Couch potato today. Now I wanted to review a movie called Apocalypse in the Street from 1980. R rated, an hour 36 minutes. An Italian movie, but with stars like one of my favorite 70s, 80s, especially when he's a cop, John Saxon, with his he plays his wife. She plays his wife in the movie, Elizabeth Turner. He's Norman Hopper and she's Jane Hopper. What happens basically is the movie. He Norman Hopper was a captain with the Green Berets in the Vietnam War, and they're going to rescue captives, captive, captives that the two captives the Viet Cong have from his unit. They kill the Viet Cong, but these guys, which is Charlie and Dan, they're eating like pieces of meat. It looks like human, and the captain wants to take Charlie's hand, get the fuck out of here, but he bites him apparently. Okay, 6 months later, um, Charlie comes out of the institute for people that are that go through a sort of help for PTSD and things like that, veterans, and he calls with the captain, say, can we have a drink together and talk about old Chief, and things like that. And he said, and Luke says at his wife, because there is this guy that's out for his wife, and he tries to steal his wife, and she doesn't really trust her completely. And no, I can't. Sorry today. Eventually, the guy hangs up. He's angry. He goes to a fucking shopping mall. No, shopping mall. Sort of a big shopping store. He kills one of the guards, by this piece of flesh out. Like I said, they're cannibals. They were eating human flesh, and that's because they were bitten by a virus wearing baboon monkey. So what happens is, he starts to wreak havoc. The captain hears that he's wreaking havoc. He's saying, he's the captain, I mean, John Saxon. He hears through the radio that a man, an ex Vietnam soldier called Charlie Berezowski or something, is wreaking havoc in there are people killed. And he calls to the captain of the police station and says, "Give me 3 minutes. It's my man of my unit of Vietnam. I was his captain. I can get him out in 3 minutes." Okay, let's give it a shot. But I'm not gonna give you more than 3 minutes. 30 seconds later, they're already shooting the train, the tear gas in, and then he yells to his his unit member, "You know what to do, John. You know what to do. I gotta piss to make the gas away. Piss to make the gas away." So he's basically pissing on these canisters of gas. I'm not sure if that's true, if you can neutralize tear gas by pissing on it. So, okay. Eventually, he gets the guy out. He goes back to the institution, but then he does something. He and Dan, the other guy that was in captivity, they attack one of the nurses called Helen, and they start to wreak havoc in the insane asylum. Isn't it's more of a yeah reprogrammation center for the for Vietnam fighters. I mean, they're all fucked up in the head. It was a fucked up situation. Eventually, the door is closed. They can't get out. And who saves them and opens the door? Nobody better than John Saxon. John fucking Saxon. And you see on his face and that he's disgusted about himself, that he needs to eat. He took a piece of bite of the guy with the gun. It was a guard, and now they can get the fuck away. And so they're driving on the streets, and the cops are driving after him. Then they lose their car. They go in the sewers, and they close all the sewers entrances, and they put in the SWAT teams. And there's this moment Nurse Helen gets killed. Dan is he's a guy. He's just firing. "No, you motherfuckers!" He's a loose cannon. He doesn't really care if he lives or dies, apparently. And then Charlie, he's actually an asshole, a creep a little bit. But for some reason, they do have their loyalty to their captain. Because he gets hit at some point, and they're carrying all the way. They leave the nurse when she gets shot. Then Charlie gets shot. He has multiple shotgun blows. He has this big of a hole through his abdomen. You can see through him. And then Dan is going against the wishes of his captain. Said, no, don't do it. Boom, boom, shooting his shotgun off, and there are all these flame trooper soldier SWAT members. He's put on fire. So eventually, what happens is he goes back to his house. Sorry, spoiler alert. So what did I think about the movie? I didn't. I saw it's the second time I watched it. Meh. John Saxon, I love him in every performance, except for the movie Blood Beach with Burt Reynolds. Or Burt Young. Was it Burt Young? Although he's better in that movie than it looked like he wasn't himself in this movie. Because there's also a weird scene in that apparently when he was driving an airplane in his garden, and the boy from next door comes to see and asks, "Can I do it?" Yes. The sister of this boyfriend comes, and she wants to have sex with John Saxon. You know, they go up to his house, and you see her in her underpants. You don't see anything more, and that's it. And then she said, "Wow, I never knew you would bit me." It was just for the bite that he did it. So they didn't have sex apparently, just for a bite. What a weird way, an awkward way to end such a romantic moment, don't you think? I think this girl was a total virgin, because if that's her definition of sex, put your clothes down and then let's just take a little nibble off you. So what happens is, okay, the captain is his house, and then his wife, Elizabeth Turner, she's there, and he says, "Listen, get the hell out of here." That lech doctor, he also comes. John Saxon immediately shots him through the head, and she says, "Listen, I want to die with you. Here, do me first, and then we see it. the background of the house, and we hear two shots going off, and they shot each other in the head, and that's the ending of the movie. That's the ending of the movie. Very downer ending. And the movie, I'm not sure. It's an Italian movie with two very famous people. And by the way, the guy whose name is Charlie, he's the guy in the City of the Living Dead, if you can still remember, as Bob, who gets who has the blow up sex doll at some point, and that he is being hunted by one of the by the ghost, the priest ghost, and at some point he's sleeping in one of his friends' garages, but it's one of those guys that's in the. He gets basically a nobody wants him. Everybody thinks he's crazy, and he's killed. He gets killed by a drill that goes straight to his head, straight out of there. Pretty gruesome death. That's the same actor. Yeah. No, good movie, good movie. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There are a few good moments in there, but I didn't like the acting. I didn't like the dubbing. It was sometimes cringe worthy, and John Saxon wasn't he wasn't there. You saw it. He didn't want to do that role, although 1980s. So that's still John Saxon in a relatively prime time, because you have Friday 13th, no Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street 1 coming up, 3 coming up, Blood Beach, yeah, horrendous movie, but okay. I mean, you've got a lot of things coming up, right? So I'll give it a 5. I hope you enjoyed this little review. It has good moments, but a lot of it is stale due to bad acting, bad dialogue, bad dubbing, and also John Saxon isn't himself really in this movie. It's like he's really doing this against his will. Also, the weird scene with him not having sex, which is giving her a little nibble, is weird. So, see you next time. Hope you subscribe. Hope we can have fun. And